Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanya. I'm a holistic health coach, and today we're going to be doing a what I eat in a day for healthy digestion. So my what I eat videos are definitely the most popular. Those are the ones that you guys like the best, and then anytime I talk about gut health, you guys are also very interested. So I figured we would mesh the two. So I wanted to just start off with what I do first thing in the morning. So I start off with a few, I guess, liquids in the morning. So first is first, water. So I always fill up this 1 liter mason jar of water, and I will drink a few of these liters throughout the day, but I try to get through that first liter in the morning pretty quickly because you're sleeping for 7 to 9 hours, hopefully, and your body's dehydrated, so you definitely want to rehydrate your body first thing in the morning. And then after that, I move on to taking some of my supplements. And one of my favorite supplements is collagen. So I take the Bent Beauty. It's their marine collagen plus cofactors. I get it in the strawberry flavor. I mix it in with water, and then I use this water to take the rest of my supplements. And it honestly, it just kind of makes the whole experience of taking supplements a bit more pleasurable. I don't like taking supplements, but this tastes good, so it balances it out. And then the third beverage of choice here is my ultimate favorite. I swear to God, would have been like a month ago now, I was doing like 1 liter of bone broth in the morning, and I swear to God, my skin and my hair just looked so on point. I'm almost sure it was related to that. I don't know what else it would have been, but I was like, what is happening? Now usually I'll have about half or like a full cup, so about like 500 mils. But it is full of collagen, so I guess I'm doubling up on the collagen here. And then it also has amino acids like proline, glycine, and glutamine, which are extremely healing and soothing for your gut. And then there's just a ton of minerals. Like, it's just like an ultimate superfood. So I'm gonna go ahead and drink my water, take my collagen along with my supplements, and then sip on my bone broth. And I will see you guys for breakfast. Alright guys, we are back, and just before we talk about breakfast, I want to mention one supplement that is kind of crucial to my gut health, and I didn't mention it earlier. So that is a probiotic. So I'm sure you've heard of probiotics, but I really want to mention this one right here because this is my favorite. It's not your typical probiotic that you're finding in a capsule. It is actually fermented organic coconut milk. And in just 1 tablespoon, there's 4 trillion live bacteria, and there's 40 different strains of bacteria. So the reason why I love this product so much is for a healthy microbiome, which is, the microbiome is all like the organisms that are living in your gut. You want to have a wide variety of bacteria. You're going to have some good, you're going to have some bad, but you definitely want a variety and diversity there. And this product does just that. It's also a product that is kept refrigerated, so I know that the probiotics are staying intact and they're not being damaged by heat. I definitely just wanted to mention that. I take a tablespoon every morning. So I'm going to put that back in the fridge, and then we're going to move on with a breakfast. So a lot of the breakfasts I've showed you guys in the past on my channel have been savory breakfasts. They've been probably egg based, and that is the typical breakfast of mine: eggs, avocado, some kind of animal protein typically. But today I want to show you another favorite breakfast of mine, and something that's super convenient. So if you are on the go, like in the morning, and you don't really have time to sit down and have a breakfast or prepare a breakfast, and you would like to meal prep something, then this is great. So it is a coconut chia pudding. Now, if you haven't tried coconut chia pudding before, honestly, it is so delicious and it's so easy to make. So all you have to do is mix a can of coconut milk with a 1/3 cup of chia seeds, and then you leave it in the fridge overnight, or you can even leave it for a few hours, and that'll do the trick as well. And you get this really cool like pudding consistency, and that's always the base. So I'll add a little bit of that in a bowl, and from there I don't always add like a sweetener or like flavorings to it, but you could add a little bit of vanilla extract and a little bit of sweetener of your choice. So it could be some maple syrup, some honey, some monk fruit sweetener. I've been playing around with that one a little bit more recently. It's up to you, honestly. I think the coconut milk is sweet enough for me most of the time. So for today, I'm just gonna leave it like that. And then I love adding some berries to it. So I'm gonna add some raspberries. Raspberries are full of fiber and antioxidants, so again, really supporting your health here. And then I like to add some seeds. Now I'm gonna talk about nuts and seeds. Nuts and seeds are super healthy, but they do contain something called phytates. Phytates are an anti-nutrient that can be problematic if your gut health is not like 100%. So one of the ways to kind of avoid the negative effects of phytates, those anti-nutrients, you can sprout your nuts and seeds, and that's definitely going to start the breakdown of those foods, and it's going to allow you to digest them a little bit better. I did not do that today. Personally, I would probably, out of convenience, just try to purchase them already sprouted, but sprouting nuts is super easy. You just have to soak them, and then I think you would just like roast them, and that would be it. For today, we're gonna go with just regular raw almonds. Add a little bit of that. Those are gonna be my healthy fats and protein. And then I'm also gonna add some hemp seeds to that. So a little bit of hemp seeds, and that is it. I also want to mention, we talked about collagen earlier, and I talked about the Ben's Skincare collagen that I put in my water, the strawberry flavor. They also have two other flavors, which is the coconut and the unflavored one. So I really like sometimes adding it to my chia pudding for some extra skincare benefits, gut health benefits, and protein, because collagen does contain protein. So this is a good alternative, and I will definitely leave a link in my description box if you are interested in looking at those products. They have the collagen, and they also have a anti-aging formula, which is either in liquid or capsules, and I use that as well. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Really great breakfast here, super nourishing. Coconut is great, full of fiber. It contains a fat, MCT. So MCT stands for medium chain triglycerides. This is a fat that's broken down a little bit easier than other ones. So again, anything that's gonna be easier on your digestion, easier on your gut to break down and to digest and all that is gonna be good for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy that, and I will see you guys for my next meal. Welcome back to the kitchen. So we're gonna go right into dinner right now. So we're gonna prep dinner because we're gonna prepare the dinner in the crock pot, and that's gonna take about 6 to 8 hours. So we wanna get everything in there right away, and then it's gonna slow cook, and it'll be ready in time for dinner. So for dinner, I'm gonna be making a beef stew. A stew is such a great meal for when you're focusing on healing your gut or just supporting your gut, because everything is slow cooked. It's gonna be so much easier on your body to digest and absorb the nutrients from the foods. So along with the beef, we're gonna be adding some celery in there, some carrots, some onion, and then sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are absolutely wonderful because they contain something called prebiotic fiber. Prebiotic is something that will feed the probiotics in your gut. So we talked about probiotics earlier and how important it was to have a wide variety of them. But if you have the probiotics and you're not feeding them the prebiotics, then it's not going to have as good of an effect. So again, sweet potatoes is a great source of a prebiotic fiber, and honestly one of my favorite carbohydrate in general. So I'm gonna go ahead and prepare that. We're gonna brown the beef, and then I'm gonna chop up all these veggies, add it in the crock pot with some stock, and that'll be it. Alright guys, we are back for lunch. So for lunch I'm going to be having a Nourish bowl. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll leave my handle right here, you know that I love having a Nourish bowl for lunch pretty much every day. But a lot of raw vegetables can be hard on your gut. So I want to show you a little bit of an alternative here that you can make if you are like dealing with a lot of acid bloating after you're having a salad, for example. This will help. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna be using some roasted veggies instead. So vegetables that have been cooked are gonna be a little bit easier for you to break down. We're gonna start off with a lot of greens. I always pretty much fill half the bowl with greens. And then I roasted here some carrots, cauliflower. I already have some butternut squash roasted as well. So I'm gonna add all of that in here. I love butternut squash. It's such a good alternative to sweet potatoes. I usually alternate between the two. And then we're gonna add some carrots. So good. I love like roasted veggies. And then some cauliflower. Perfect. So we have all the veggies. And then I always like to add a source of protein to my Nourish bowls. Today I am having shredded chicken. Usually I have some shredded chicken in the fridge ready to go. I do it for like meal prep. If I don't, then I'll probably just go for like some canned tuna or salmon. Also great options. Got our chicken. Then I love adding some avocado for my healthy fats. And avocados are actually really high in fiber. So again, really good for your digestion. And then a superfood for your gut is fermented vegetables. So either kimchi or sauerkraut, they are incredible. They are loaded with probiotics. And I know we took some probiotics this morning, or I did with my coconut milk kefir, but it's good to get a variety. Like as I said, you want to get all the different variety of strains and bacterias. So you can either do a kimchi, which I absolutely love. It's a little bit spicy, so it's gonna add a lot of flavor. Or you can do some sauerkraut. So today I'm feeling the sauerkraut, so I'm gonna add a little bit of that to my Nourish bowl. I used to do sauerkraut a ton back when I lived in Germany. It was like awesome. I would just go to the farmer's market, get it fresh. You don't need a lot when it comes to fermented foods. Honestly, if you're just starting off, I would say no more than like a tablespoon. I'm gonna do more like 2 tablespoons because again, I'm kind of used to having this on a daily basis. Struggling here. It's a fresh jar. All right, there you go. So that's my Nourish bowl. My dressing of choice is always avocado oil, a drizzle, and then some salt and pepper, and that's it. So I'm gonna go enjoy that, and then stay tuned because I'm gonna show you one of my favorite beverages, and we'll have a little chat on a few extra tips that I like to recommend when you are trying to improve your digestion. Hey guys, I am back. It's around like 4 o'clock right now, and I'm just gonna have a beverage as I finish work. So the beverage of choice, if we're talking about gut health here, is kombucha for me. So if you haven't heard of kombucha before, essentially it's a fermented tea. So it ends up being like carbonated, which I really like. If you often crave like sodas because of the carbonation, try switching to kombucha or even just a sparkling water, carbonated water. But the reason why kombucha is so good for gut health is the fact that it's been fermented. And again, we kind of talked about this a little bit earlier with the fermented vegetables like the kimchi and the sauerkraut. Fermenting food or beverages increases their probiotics in there, so that's going to help with your microbiome and your overall gut health. So I love sipping on kombucha. I don't have it every single day, I don't have it all the time, but it's really nice if you're just kind of feeling something a little bit different than your plain old water, and it tastes super good. So right here I have the ginger flavor. That is one of my favorites. And this is by the brand Goodmore. If you are in the Halifax region, I highly recommend you check them out. They're my favorite around here. I also wanted to talk about a few other things you can do that's maybe not like included in this what I eat in a day. 3 things that I try to do on a daily basis to support good gut health and healthy digestion are chewing my food really well. This is something that I never used to do properly. I used to just like inhale my food. I would eat so fast, but that's not good because you're like the chewing action is like the first step of your digestion. It's like the mechanical process of like breaking down that food. And if you're swallowing a piece of food whole, then it's that much harder on your stomach acid and your digestive enzymes to break that down. So kind of do yourself a favor and use your teeth to break that food down. I think they say like you should be chewing it 30 times per bite. I don't know if I'm quite there, but again, I do try to focus on that as much as possible. Another thing that I want to mention is not drinking too much liquid during your meals. So of course, stay hydrated and have some liquids in between your meals, but it's recommended that like 20 minutes prior to a meal and after and during, you stay away from drinking too much. Like a few sips is not gonna hurt you, but that you're not like gulping water down, because that will dilute your stomach acid, and your stomach acid is also very important, crucial in the whole process of breaking down food particles. And the last thing I want to mention is intermittent fasting. Condensing the window that you're eating can really help your digestion, because you're not eating all the time, so your digestion is not working like 24/7. So try to, you know, have a meal at your dinner at like a respectable time, and I try to at least have 12 hours that I'm not eating. So again, not too extreme. Let's say you're having dinner at 7 p.m., maybe even having a snack like 8 p.m., then just don't have breakfast until 8 a.m. the next day. I found that has really helped my gut health. All right, so those are my 3 little tips, just super little simple, easy things that you can implement. Dinner is gonna be ready in a couple hours. I just checked up on it and it looked so good. So I'm really excited for my stew. So I will catch up with you guys when that's ready. Alright guys, so the last meal for the day is the beef stew that we prepared earlier. Again, I just absolutely love the crock pot because you saw it, it's so easy to do. You just throw everything in there and you leave it for a few hours and you end up with this extremely nourishing meal. I love because just everything's so nice and soft, and it's going to be so easy on your gut to digest. Just really, really nourishing. It's made with the bone broth. I'm really excited to eat this. If you are dealing with like bloating and gas like after your dinners, try doing like soups and stews and see if that makes any difference for you. I think I'm gonna wrap the video up here. I will most likely not eat anything else tonight, but if you are someone that likes to snack at night, I would recommend some peppermint or ginger tea. Both of those are really soothing for the digestive tract, and then anything else that would kind of be gut friendly, like for a little treat. If you enjoyed these recipes, and I wanted to let you know that I do have a 7-day gut-friendly paleo meal plan available to you. It's free of charge. It's in an ebook form. You get a guide on the paleo diet, you get all the recipes, you get the meal plan, the grocery list, everything you need for like a successful 7-day. So if you're interested in grabbing that, it's going to be the first link in my description box. Again, I'm also going to be linking the Ben skincare products, which has the collagen, and that's going to be the second link. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd love if you could give it a thumbs up, and of course subscribe if you haven't already. Again, thank you so much. Definitely let me know in the comments down below which recipe or which tip you appreciated the most, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.